Man, I don't know what to draw now. I need some ideas for my damn game. What can I do? I need some inspiration from somewhere. That's the thing what I need. Let's go. I have an idea now. Video games. For years, developers have created video games which always had to borrow something from other video games to create their own thing with it. Some people also call this inspiration. Every game always has some sort of inspiration. Take a look at some of these games, for instance. Crash Bandicoot heavily borrowed aesthetics from the first Donkey Kong Country, while Pac-Man World 2 borrowed heavily from Crash Bandicoot as well. Even the very first Mario game on the NES got inspired by Pac-Man Land. You see, every developer has some sort of inspiration. I'm not different. Bert the Bird was inspired by tons of different video games and other media. Today we're gonna have a look at some of those video games which inspired me to create Bert the Bird. Starting off with Banjo Kazooie for N64. Banjo Kazooie was always one of my favorite childhood games, and also one of the first 3D platformers I ever played as a little kid. It is a really special game to me, you could say. I always liked the sense of exploration in this game. I mean, I could practically go anywhere. As long as the game let me, because I had to collect some things before I could go somewhere. Another thing I always liked about this game is the humor. It never took itself seriously, it always broke the fourth wall. Some of the challenges in the game were so damn fresh, cause they broke up a bit of the normal gameplay in favor of introducing something completely different to the table. Like for example, there's a lot of damn transformations in this game you can acquire by Mambo Jumbo. And man, don't get me started on the awesome soundtrack. It blends in together with the fantastic level design. Ranging from spooky worlds to swamps and even Ice Mountain with a huge snowman in the middle of it. This name never got boring to me as a child, and still, it doesn't. So there you have it, folks. Banjo Kazooie for N64. Why is this such a big inspiration to me? Well, I just right now gave a few of the points. Let me tell you a little bit more detail why. First off, one of the main things that really inspired me solely is just the whole concept of a big level where you can go around, collect that or that, do any mission in any order you want to collect some nice little collectibles, like in this game. The humor, the fourth wall breaking, the damn soundtrack, everything of that really inspired me. And if you think closely about it, Banjo Kazooie is a bit similar to Bert the Bird, cause you have two main characters, a bear and a bird, Bert the Bird. And to be honest, that was unintentional by me. I just later realized that it was a bit like Banjo Kazooie. Like seriously, look at that picture for example. There you see like a bird and a bear, a little grizzly bear. The difference is just that the bird this time acts like Banjo and the bear this time acts like Kazooie. So I guess that's a nice little interesting little thing I've put into the game. So we have Banjo Kazooie now. We have a few more other games to go. Right now we're going to go with game Earthworm Jim. Yeah, that's Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim. Definitely my favorite 2D jump around of all damn time. Earthworm Jim. What's with Earthworm Jim that I really love? Everything. And to be quite honest, Earthworm Jim is most possibly the biggest inspiration for this whole game I'm creating. If you think about it, Bert the Bird has a lot of things which has Earthworm Jim. But let's first talk about what makes Earthworm Jim really Earthworm Jim and why I really love Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim, first off, has one of the most hilarious, weird and wacky art styles I've ever seen. For a video game at least. And for its time, it had some extremely good animation. The thing was, it was animated differently than other Sega and Super Nintendo games at the time. The animation is really smooth and it looks almost like a real life cartoon. Speaking of cartoon, there is an Earthworm Jim cartoon, go watch it. What also makes Earthworm Jim extremely cool and enjoyable for me is just the whole gameplay overall. It's really fast paced, you run around really quick through the levels, shoot a little bit here and there, there's a little bit of variety, actually there is a lot variety, especially the second game, where you can do a lot of weird stuff, I can say. A lot of weird stuff. And so the main character, Earthworm Jim himself, is just wacky to no end. Bert the Bird is also gonna be a really wacky character, I can say. Last but not least, the soundtrack of Earthworm Jim is freaking phenomenal. I prefer this one a bit more over Banjo Kazooie, just for the fact that Earthworm Jim's soundtrack is a bit more experimental than Banjo Kazooie. With Banjo Kazooie, a lot of the tracks sound really similar. It's a Banjo Kazooie style. With Earthworm Jim, every track sounds really damn interesting. Take a listen for yourself. Yeah, I mean seriously, Earthworm Jim is definitely one of the best games ever created in my life. The second game especially on the PlayStation 1. Earthworm Jim. What's there to say that I didn't say before? It's just a phenomenal game, seriously. The second game is by far the best 2D jump around I ever played in my life. Nothing can compete against it. No Mario game, no Sonic game, nothing. Earthworm Jim is the best for me. In general, I'm much bigger of a fan of run and gun 2D jumper routes rather than normal jumper routes for some reason. And yeah, that is Earthworm Jim. I mean, look at that cover, that is definitely Earthworm Jim. I don't know what is not Earthworm Jim about that, like seriously. Anyway, what kind of inspiration can I get from this game? Like I said, the really wacky and extreme art style from Earthworm Jim is something that I'm definitely gonna include in Bert the Bird. The space theme, the whole space theme is also something that's gonna be in Bert the Bird. And yes, Bert the Bird is a space themed game, which I'm gonna explain in a later video. Then what else could we see? A lot of the weird, the hand-drawn art style of this game is also something that's really worth to mention. Bert the Bird is also, like I said, going to be a hand-drawn 2D open world platformer. It's gonna be wacky and weird and funny, just as Earthworm Jim and Banjo Kazooie are. But hey, only cause Earthworm Jim is now done doesn't mean that it's the only game. There are far more games we're gonna talk about now, including Crash Bandicoot. Oh man, Crash Bandicoot. By far my second favorite video game franchise of all time. Next to Ratchet & Clank being number 1 in it. So for this list I specifically chose Crash Twinsanity. For the main reason that I don't know why Crash Twinsanity stylistical wise comes the closest to Bert the Bird. Crash Twinsanity is like a real childhood game by me. I never had the game on my own because I never had a PlayStation 2. I grew up with the PlayStation 1 actually at that time when the game came out. But still, I had that one cousin who had the game, and when I played the game I was fascinated how big the world was. I've never seen something that big, not even in Banjo Kazooie. But that's not the one thing that really fascinated me most. The most thing that fascinated me, right, the biggest thing that fascinated me were the damn characters and the damn humor, like seriously. Crash Twinsanity is such a funny game for so many dialogues, seriously. The dialogues in this game are by far inspiration enough for me to make Bert the Bird. Like seriously, listen to some of the voice acting of the game and some of the damn weird lines, which are still really clever and funny.
Something weird going on in the bay!
There we go. Crash Twinsanity overall has just this really weird art style to it I've not really seen in many other games. It would come a little bit close to Sonic's later art style, but still it has its own little charm to it, and if you look at some of the concept arts, you can see that I got really inspired by these concept arts. Like seriously, where this Crash Twinsanity is really similar to Burn the Bird in style. And again, it's a game with a futuristical theme. But yeah, overall, Crash Twinsanity, I don't have to tell really much about it. Like I said, I played it once as a kid, but later I played the full game once on an emulator and I had fun. It's definitely not the best Crash Bandicoot game ever created. A few people who say that they're a bit over-exaggerating, cause I have played definitely better Crash games. But overall I can see why they like this. This has a really cool art style, really cool voice acting, funny dialogue, funny storyline, really interesting storyline nonetheless. And overall the game is just really fun. It's fun to explore the whole world and see Crash go full open world in this game. Well, okay, half. But yeah, overall, this is all I have to say about Crash Twinsanity. Let's go to the next game. So that we already covered Crash Bandicoot right now, we have 2 more games to go. And since I want this video kept short a little bit, I'll try to do both of these games in one. The Sonic franchise. And Kirby. Sonic and Kirby are 2 of my childhood games. I played both of them a lot. More Kirby than Sonic, cause to be quite honest, I do like Kirby's games more than the ones of Sonic. But still, I really love both of them. Well, but the only reason why I really put them in here as inspiration is for just like really 2 facts I really have to say. First off, both of these games are extremely fast paced. A level can be done in like 1 minute or something, or even under. You just run around, be quick, slay everything down, jump everything down, or spin anything down in Sonic or Kirby. And that's basically it. Like, what I want to do with Burn the Bird is I want to make it as fast paced as both of these games, with really fast gameplay. But still, it's an open world game, you can go wherever you want. And that's the thing. One thing that I really took from Kirby a lot is transformations. Like, there's things you can collect and that you transform it into a different kind of the bird. Well, I also took Sonic for it because of its really cheesiness, and yeah, I really love cheesiness, you can say. Anyway, that's basically it for both of these games. But that doesn't mean that's not basically it for this video. But, well, okay, it kind of is. That was the first part of the inspiration video. Yeah, there's more parts coming, I'm not kidding. Like I said, I have a lot of inspirations. These few ones in the first video I've just created now for you are the main inspirations for the game. And you can really see how much I took from these games to put into Burn the Bird. Well, okay, even though I didn't show much from the game. But yeah, there are more parts to come, where we try things that are a bit different. Like I said, we took games that inspired me. In the next part, we're gonna take games which do not inspire me, but which could inspire me possibly for some ideas for the game. And that's what we're gonna do in the next part. I hope you liked the first part. I really had fun to create this video. It's by far one of the most edited videos I've ever created, almost like a review. And I put a little bit much more time and effort into this channel than I do in my normal channel, Toxic Verbal. But anyway, let's stop talking. I hope you liked this video and I see you in the next one. Goodbye, my dear friends.